Hello and welcome everyone to the Friday, January 30th edition of the Contributor Comms team meeting. As a reminder, this meeting operates under a code of conduct which essentially says to be respectful of your fellow speakers and attendees and generally be excellent to each other. As usual, at the beginning of this meeting, we like to offer an opportunity for anyone on the call to introduce themselves. This is totally optional. I will go first because I like to use this as an excuse to explain what the meeting is. So, hello, everyone. I'm Caslin Fields, and I am a co-lead of this sub-project, which is within the special interest group for contributor experience in open source Kubernetes, which I am also a co-chair of. This meeting is about contributor communications. The mission of this group is to make sure that folks within the contributor community know about things that are going on that they ought to know about. And we do that through a variety of means, including running social media accounts for the project and other stuff that we'll go over today. And my pronouns are she, her. Would anyone else like to introduce themselves? Totally optional.
I can go next. My name is Unnati. I'm a new contributor. I attended the new contributor meeting and I'm really excited to start contribution. I am currently contributing in the Kavel organization and I'm excited to contribute here. Thank you.
Welcome. Excited to have you. Love it when folks join from new contributor orientation.
Welcome.
Anyone else? Anyone else want to introduce themselves?
Hi, this is Prithvi here. I've been in the IT from the past 18 years. I've been using Kubernetes from the past 10 years actually. I'm a new contributor. I've been checking how to contribute and things and all. I've not contributed anywhere, but I just joined to understand the things and to do contribution from my end. I'm currently in Miami, Florida location.
Cool.
Kathleen, Chris, yeah.
So you're an early user of the project, right?
Yes, I'm an early user actually. Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, exciting. Wonderful to have you. We'll see what we can do to get you up to speed today.
Sure. Thanks. Yeah, that would be helpful to me basically. I've been going through the PRs and all, but I'm not able to get the things. But
isn't it overwhelming?
Yeah.
I get it.
When Chris messaged that he is late for the meeting, I was figuring out where is this meeting happening, and then I opened this document, whatever he opened. Then I saw the Zoom link. Yeah, I thought this is where I need to start actually.
I've never heard someone join the meeting from that before. I love that.
From the notes.
From this document actually,
it's in there
for
the notes, but I've never heard it someone mentioned that they were going to be late, and so I found the notes doc, and so I found the meeting. It's quite the sequence of events.
How cool.
Anyone else want to introduce themselves? Totally optional. All right, then. We'll move right along. Another reminder, this is a very casual call. I hope you've gotten that vibe already. Very sorry about the late start. But if you missed the opportunity to introduce yourself and you want to later, or you want to ask a question about anything at any point, please do. We are more than happy to explain things. And these meetings tend to end up long because of it, but I hope people enjoy it, because I do. And the last housekeeping item is usually asking for a note taker. Christopher has already volunteered today. Thank you very much, Christopher. So happy to have you. But I'll go ahead and explain for the folks who are new to the call in case you want to volunteer in the future. The role of the note taker is to follow along with the discussion that's happening in the call and take notes as best you can in the notes doc, so that if anyone missed the call and they want to catch up with what we talked about via the notes, they can do that. Really, most of the time we refer back to our own notes to figure out what we talked about in the past. Or we mentioned that one thing one week, can we find it in the notes? So it's very useful, very helpful to have. So Christopher's our note taker today, but we'll ask for a volunteer every week. So if you want to volunteer sometime in the future, we'd love to have you. All right. And with that, I think we're ready. Oh, yes. Good note, Christopher, in the notes. If you are here and you feel so inclined, please add your own name to the attendee list. And we'll go ahead and dive into our agenda. First thing, looks like we have a couple of new items, but we usually first go over messages of the week, which is things that are going on in the Kubernetes community that we need to make sure that we are posting about in the next week. So I see that you've got one thing here, the Kubernetes dashboard archival. Ooh, excellent. Those posts are ready to review already. Good stuff. So I guess we've got messages ready to go for that. We'll move on to the next message of the week that you've got. The proud contributors are looking for help. Did they post in Slack or something?
To be honest, I haven't done enough research on that.
Just based on our
portion.
conversation last time?
Yeah, I'm just adding it as it's still something where we need help.
Definitely. Yeah. You know what would be really nice? If someone wanted to do this.
Exactly. That's the good first issue.
Well, I was going to say a great thing for someone in this group, if someone felt so inclined, would be if we had someone each week like ping in the SIG chairs and tech leads Slack and or send an email to the chairs and tech leads email list and said like, hey,
Maybe there's
if
some
you're looking for
mail
help,
with that.
let us know so that we can put together some messages about that. It would be nice to make that a thing. I would not remember. I would need help. We don't have to go deep into that right now, but we can talk about it more if people are interested in it. But any other messages of the week? I know another one that we should do again this week is Ingress Nginx for sure.
Oh, really?
Especially since the steering committee just released a statement about it yesterday. So
And what exactly about?
Just kind of beating that drum. Comms work best when you say the same things many times in slightly different ways on every channel you can get to.
Would you like to mention like any risks associated with it, maybe?
I mean, I'd recommend checking out the steering committee statement on Kubernetes.io that they made yesterday. Can someone please drop the notes link in the chat? Yes, I can do that. Copy link. Thank you for asking. Oh.
It's an article.
Hold on. On Kubernetes.io on the blog. My keyboard shortcuts are messed up on my new computer. I tried to fix them, and they have not fixed.
Okay, statement from the Kubernetes Steering Committee and Security Response Committee. Okay, cool. Oh, that was literally yesterday.
Yes.
Cool.
It was literally yesterday. They pinged us in the comms channel yesterday and we're like, hey, this is coming out. And then it was out by the time that I saw it less than 10 minutes later. So
cool.
We have automation that'll pick anything up on the blog and repost it. So it got an auto repost, but those don't like have anything engaging on them. They're just like the title of the blog. So it'd be great.
And people don't take the time, right, to read the full thing. So but I didn't know there was an automation. How cool! I thought you guys wrote all of each of them.
We do not, thank goodness.
But it's really cool.
There was a time.
Oh wow!
There was a time when we kind of did that. Chris though wrote a LinkedIn post yesterday when they let us know that this was coming out. So there is at least something nicer out on LinkedIn. I'm not sure if he did things on other socials, but even if he did, I think we should continue to talk about this next week. So we should write at least one more for the next week. And for anyone not familiar with what this is, Ingress Nginx is a form of ingress controller I just wrote a blog about this myself, so I'm like up to date on the details. So if you've ever used Kubernetes yourself, you've got like deployments, you've got pods, you've got all these different types of objects. There's an ingress object in Kubernetes, which is feature frozen. We're not working on it anymore. We created a new way to do ingress, which is Gateway API, and we want everybody to be moving on to that. But it's been GA for 2 years, and people are still using the thing that they've been using, understandably. But just having the resource created doesn't do anything. You need a controller. So you need to create something in the cluster that's going to actually do the work of performing those ingress operations for you. And there's a variety of different ways that you can implement that. And Nginx is a super, super popular one. If you look at the statement from the steering committee, they mention that there's some internal Datadog data, apparently, that like 50% of clusters use this thing. And it's been maintained by 1 or 2 people for the last several years and in their free time, and they can't do that anymore. And that means that keeping the security of that controller up to date is going to be just impossible. So we're telling everybody, just get off of this thing. We're not going to be able to keep it secure and as a good tool for you to use in your environments. So please move to Gateway API if you can. And definitely get off of Ingress Nginx. There is another Nginx-based ingress controller that comes from F5, from the company that makes Nginx. So there's a few different ways that you could do alternatives, which is covered more in a different blog post than this one. But technical overview for everyone.
The best foolproof explanation of everything.
I try. Anything else going on in the community that folks know? Oh, yeah. Yes, me. Thank you for asking. Maintainer Summit. Did we end up, do you know, Christopher, if we got the Maintainer Summit schedule post that you wrote out?
I remember seeing it. I will verify again, but yeah, I think they are
I think
out
it'd be
there.
good to do something about the schedule and registration again. Those could be one post, they could be separate posts. Either way.
I'll see if I found the link.
Ooh.
But
And did anyone review your PR? I opened it one night and I was like, I'm gonna review this, and then that didn't end up
yeah,
happening.
they are some, at least the
Good feedback.
calendar one, it needs some reviews. I think that's the highest priority to
That's
review.
not surprising.
But
But the Maintainer Summit page, that should be pretty straightforward. Has anyone
oh,
reviewed it yet?
the post. The 2025 one, it got is the only one yet to be accepted. The 2026 one, it was already merged.
Oh, perfect. So if we go to
Mhm.
kates.dev right now, that should be in there.
But you have to, yeah, because I decided to not add the event section in the navbar till they both
Yet.
are merged.
It is, look at this, 2024, 2026, 2023.
Exactly. And there's a separate PR for sorting them correctly. And
I see.
there's a there's a separate issue for working on that.
That's pretty funny.
So
I'm used.
to summarize, you check that X post that you mean, like, do you want another comms for this?
Yeah, I think we should do another round of social media posts this week. My boss asked me recently, what is the best advice that you've ever gotten in your career? And one thing that I didn't mention to him is someone once told me there's no such thing as too many tweets.
Okay, and review.
Perfect. There was something. One of the folks from the CNCF reached out to the ContribEx leads this week and was like, please help us make sure everybody knows about the Maintainer Summit. So it is also a call for help from the CNCF.
I'm gonna add the links. List as progress from the event subchapter or sub what? So sub project,
Oh,
sorry.
sub project.
Yeah, that's the only progress we have made so far.
Right. Right. I needed to make a issue.
So
I have a ton of meetings today. I'll ping Mario about it too.
okay, the PRs are there.
Cool. Let's add it to my list. Wonderful. Anything else going on in the community that folks know about that contributors need to know about?
There was an email last Friday about the release cycle for 1.36. Do we do anything with that?
We can.
Or
Oh
does their
no.
comms usually handle it? Oh God.
Yes, their comms person reached out to me.
Okay.
I haven't responded to them, and I feel terrible.
Tee.
I'm going to respond to them right now. So we can, and I'll get that person involved too.
What's the role of the SIG in the within the release cycle?
Officially, nothing. And that's not entirely true, actually. The release, there's a SIG release, and there's two sub-projects in SIG release. There's one that is always around and just kind of managing the general processes and making sure that the release cycle gets started for each release. So there's some people who are like, constantly on that. And then there's the release team. So the release team is created for each release cycle. Folks who were shadows in the previous release cycle become leads. Probably sometimes leads continue to be leads. Leads become emeritus advisors to leads. They make sure all of that stuff happens. And they do a request for shadows, which gets a ton of applications. It's actually quite
Over
competitive to get
200.
into these days.
Last one.
Yeah, lots of folks from our team have, applied, and you don't get accepted, and you go for the next one. But one of the roles in the release team that gets spun up for each release is comms. And the biggest thing that they do is they work with all of the different SIGs to understand what features are going to be in the release. And they make sure that feature blogs get written about each of those features for the new release. They don't have access to social media because our team owns that. So we've had this issue for years where we're like, we want the comms lead from the release team to either work with us to make sure that we know what's going on so that we can post about it on social media for them, or preferably for us to give the release lead access to the social media accounts for their cycle, rotate them off, rotate the new ones on, manage the off thing for the comms lead for each release. So there is something that we should be doing. I think Frederico was a release lead in the past. He was emeritus last cycle, I think. And he updated the comms handbook for the release team to say that the comms lead should reach out to us.
Cool.
So someone did reach out to me. They said that they were a shadow. And they didn't mention if they were in the comms group of the release team.
Oh.
So I'm not entirely sure if that's driven by the new handbook updates, but I will try to get them involved anyway.
So maybe like they haven't checked that handbook, right?
It's possible, or they could be part of the release team from a different group and they're just looking for other places in the community to get involved too. Because for everyone new, if you haven't been to new contributor orientation, something we always say is check out as many places as you like. You can be part of more than one SIG at the same time if you want to.
If you can handle it.
You can handle it. So I'm not sure what role they're playing in the release, but it's always good to have some kind of connection to the release team, regardless of who it is. We can usually kind of get things done if we have some kind of connection.
Cool. Susan, so sorry to interrupt your intervention. So where like, do we know any tasks to be done within the release cycle or messages?
Oh, that was just kind of my question. I had just received
Oh,
the
okay.
email that had the major milestones, but I wasn't sure if we needed to be putting anything out there or if the release teams, the comms people handle all that. So
Okay.
unsure.
Just clarifying in the notes real quick that the release team comms lead's primary duty is to communicate new features from SIGs across the project by making sure that blogs are written, but the social media of that is something that we should help with. Yeah, exactly. Perfect. Good catch, Susan. We should try to keep an eye on that because, like I've said, for the last several years, that connection with the comms lead for the release team often doesn't really happen. So if we see something going on with the release that we think people should know about, we should make sure that that message gets out regardless of.
So if they don't have access to social media, they write the posts for us to publish them?
Could. Ideally, like I said, we would manage the permissions on Buffer and give them permission to do their own stuff on Buffer.
Temporarily, right?
Yeah. And we would remove that at the end of the cycle and give it to the next lead. So that's just a job for the Buffer, anyone with admin access on Buffer to do. So me and Chris have that. Not sure if we roped you into that yet, Susan.
Yep, I have
We
it.
were working on that. Perfect.
If I know who and when and whatnot, that is definitely something that I could do.
We can
as
look it
people
up
switch.
ourselves. That we could solve this problem. Maybe we will. We'll see. So we're at 35 in. I'll do one more call. Any messages, things going on in the community this week that we think we need to make sure people know about? First week of February. KubeCon EU is like 2 months away. That's another message of the week, Susan. KubeCon EU posts. We can do a call for help on social media and say, hey, if you want to help out the Kubernetes project, I would recommend that we direct people to our Slack channel. Yeah, could you write this out for me, Christopher? It's getting more complicated in my head by the moment. So we have our KubeCon EU posts sheet. The idea of that is that it's a super easy way for folks to get started contributing, very accessible. If we want to do a social media post about it, I would suggest that we point people to our Slack channel instead of pointing them to the sheet.
Okay, so
Thank you.
Thank you, Susan.
And there is a KubeCon in Mumbai is also happening. And
this is true.
That is in July, right? June or July, right?
Yes. The CFP for that, is it closed now? I think I saw something about it closing in one day over the weekend. So I think it closed over the week.
February 1 was the last day. Is the last day.
February 1st is?
Yeah.
So it's this Sunday. So we could get a quick message out about KubeCon India CFP closing. That would be a good idea too. There's a lot of posts to write here.
I was also working on this content planning sheet for KubeCon EU, and I did add two entries, but I did not see any other entries. So I was a bit skeptical if I added the entries on the right Excel sheet. But
You
I think this is the
absolutely
one
did.
that I sh
Yep,
Oh,
Okay.
nice.
that is the correct place. Thank you so much
Okay.
for getting that started.
So appreciated.
Mhm.
I grabbed the link, so yeah, I was gonna add the link here. So I can do an overview of what we do for KubeCon on social media.
Yeah.
CFP.
I'll, will someone
It's
add the
CFP.
link for the sheets for the KubeCon posts?
I just did. It's right there.
Oh, okay, cool. Sorry.
Yeah, I made it a hyperlink. I'm adjusting the note on, I think what's happening with the CFP for India is that the CFP is closing on February 1st. So notifications would mean like the CFP is closed and people who submitted are getting the notification that they were accepted or not,
Soon.
in my head, at least. So that'll be later. Let me grab actually KubeCon India 2026. Let me grab the link to the CFP. Yes, closes February 1st. Notifications will be Monday, March 9th.
Well, registration is open. There have been comms for that.
I don't think so.
It's the
But there
early
could be
bird.
this week. There could be within the next 2 days anyway.
I think it doesn't
So we
hurt
should get that out
to
like
say
today
registration is live also, so people know.
for the event. I mean, we could. I think it's more useful for us to post about Maintainer Summit registration than it is about like KubeCon registration, but I don't think there'll be a Maintainer Summit for India anyway because of budget.
Oh, that's totally makes sense.
Yeah, so no need for us to post about the registration for KubeCon India, I think. Good call out. Thank you very much for mentioning that. um, anything else that the community needs to know about this week? That's got to be it, right? We could
I
always do an
was
NCO post.
I was scrolling through the last week in Kubernetes blog.
Was there something interesting in it? Oh, just to see what was in it. This is also to inform their next edition.
Sorry, what new edition?
LWKD
Mm-hmm.
for next
Oh, okay,
week's.
okay, okay. Oh, that
They
that
use
could.
these
You said that
notes.
there could be comms for that.
No,
Oh, okay.
they're like a sub project of our sub project. A lot
No, I
of
think
the
actually the latest one didn't have a lot. It was not long, but the main thing I see is the KubeCon EU maintenance time schedule is live.
nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this section of the notes is both for social posts and a note for the folks who work on last week in Kubernetes development to mention these things in LWKD. So I doubt that there would be anything from their last edition that we would want to put in here because we're giving them content for their next edition.
Actually, there is something. What's that
Fair point.
SIG annual report they mentioned? Do you know? Could you tell me more about that? It says that all SIG should
20
submit their
minutes.
annual reports.
All right.
By
Here we
February
go.
28th.
Yeah, that is a good catch. You know what? We should have more communications from the LWKD folks. This is a good point.
Wow, my rib is
Right.
hurting.
So do they have a link about it? Release
I'm
schedule?
gonna add it to the notes.
Yeah.
I almost missed that one.
Annual report. Oh, okay. So, the story of annual reports. There was once a time, a glorious time, when the Kubernetes project released an annual report. And the CNCF, can I find it? Oh, this one. This one was the good one, right? Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So you can see like this one. So the CNCF republished our report on Kubernetes from 2021. So this was published in 2022.
Sorry to interrupt you. Are you sharing something?
Oh. Have I not been sharing my screen this whole time?
Nope.
For a while.
I'm so sorry. Yes. So this is the example from 2021. The idea is that each SIG answers a set of questions about like what did the SIG do in the previous year? What did they need help with? What were their big goals? All sorts of things. And then that gets all correlated together into this beautiful report. It has cool stats like how many contributors they have. We have so many more now, 62,000 from 2021. We have 5 years later. We are much bigger now. Number of Slack members, all this kind of cool stuff. Some shout outs, all this. This is awesome. We don't do that anymore.
Oh.
We do, but we don't. So we're trying our best to keep up something like this. So the set of questions that gets sent out to the SIG chairs about the previous year, it's only 3 questions now. It's shorter than it used to be. And there's no one dedicated to putting all that information together like Paris used to do for this. It was a ton of work to put this together. So we don't have anyone in the project who has the time to dedicate to doing that right now. But we are still trying to collect data as best we can, so that we could theoretically do something like this. So there are, like I said, a set of 3 questions that SIG chairs need to answer. And that is something that we should put out on the contributor focused social accounts.
And where's that 3-question template?
Good question. I'll have to go off and find it, and I'll try not to do that with our last 15 minutes.
Okay. I actually check if that last link I added is the questions you meant. Yep.
Oh, you already have it there.
That's the one?
Doesn't look like it. Your group's report template is available here. Okay. Yeah. So
That's
you
the
can
one?
see
Oh, cool.
this is the questions, I think. Apparently it's 4 questions, but we ignore the 4th one because we're ContribEx and we don't have any KEP work. Yeah.
Wow. That's a really important one, right?
What? The annual report?
Yeah.
Yeah, really good catch.
Okay.
Good catch.
I'll try to help there.
Yeah. So that should go out on contributor facing channels, not on the everybody channel, and users don't need to know that SIGs need to do their work of writing
Contributor
reports.
what? Facing, you said?
Contributor facing channels, all of the Kate's contributors accounts. And of course, LWKD, as they did, which was very good. We should make a habit of that. All right.
So, well, okay. We have more time to discuss this. Continue.
Theoretically. 14 minutes left. So let's go into new items. Okay, yes. Create SIG ContribEx events subproject Slack channel. We don't need a new channel, but we need to create a issue in GitHub to request for people to join the events sub team, and then we need to kind of reinvigorate the events subproject channels.
You mean creating an issue for what exactly?
To recruit
Oh, okay, to recruit.
events team members. We're like the election. We're running real late.
The
steering
issue
committee
goes to case.slash/community.
Yes, I think that's the right place.
Cool.
Cool. And then what's the other one you have here?
Adding the social media icons into the footer for the case.dev website.
Gotcha.
That was pending from last week.
You should bother Chris about these, Chris Short.
For sure. Cool.
Yeah. He would be a very good reviewer for you.
Mm-hmm. Actually, we
Yeah,
have I've had some discussion with him about removing the monthly meetings from the website.
Yeah, the
But
community meeting.
so he's helping in this part.
Very
But
good.
but definitely there's if anyone joining here for the first time, definitely this is something we could use your help. There's some monthly meetings that are not going anymore, are not being held anymore within the community, and they are still being shared in the website. So if you want to know more about that, I could help. And
So it's just removing text from a page. Pretty straightforward.
As easy as it sounds.
And since we have 12 minutes left, are there any other new items or updates, big wins folks are dying to talk about? Cool.
In the APEC meeting, there was a call for help for the elections subproject for Electo. Need more contributors for Electo.
We could put that in our messages of the week too. I mean, we're gonna have a lot of messages this week if anybody actually writes them. We could use help writing these. Yeah. Elections and project. So I think unless anybody else has any other new items or updates and big wins that we need to know about, we should go over how you could help us get all of this work done that we just talked about. Thank you for the link. You gonna put that in, Christopher?
I'm looking for the GitHub link of Electo.
It's in the chat.
Oh,
Yeah,
cool.
that's what I get posted.
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Arnab.
I already put it in.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. So let's talk about how you can help. So there's two things that I want to talk through, and we only have 10 minutes, and I feel like I could spend more than 10 minutes on either one of them. The easier one to talk about is the KubeCon post, so I'm going to start there. The more important one really is the other one. But let's go ahead and start here. So KubeCon posts. I'm going to grab this link and put it in the chat. If you haven't seen this yet, this is a really we try to make it at least a very beginner friendly way to get started with the work in our sub project. So this is the sheet that we use to collect all of the posts that we're going to make about things happening at KubeCon. Currently focused on KubeCon EU. We'll need to do another one for KubeCon India a little bit later. So Susan, who is amazing, has done the incredible work of going through the schedule for KubeCon and taking notes in the description column here about all of the things that we want to post about. You can see there's a lot of them. And so we need someone to take a look at this one. We need a post about KubeCon is going to begin the following day. Badge pickup is going to be open from these times. It's at this location. And the Maintainer Summit is also on this day, which is March 22nd. And so we need someone to write a little message that incorporates all of that into something that we could post on social media, kind of like this. KubeCon starts tomorrow. Badge pickup is open today. Plan your week by checking out the schedule. We could actually just use that for both end user and contributor. There's no reason that works for one and not the other, really. So I'm just going to do that. Thank you, Arnab.
Great job, Susan, again.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
So maybe don't write that one, but but you can look at these and they're all kind of like that. This one is about day 0 co-located events. It says what platform we want to send it out on or what audience it's targeted to. So this one is for LinkedIn, which means it can be a longer post. And user and contributor facing mean that it's for the shorter platforms, but it's for different audiences. So if you wanted to customize it for the audience, you could. You could also just put the same one in both of those. That's what I do most of the time. And then someone from the team will review it. So you don't have to get everything perfect, but if you could write up a note, we would very much appreciate it.
And we'll have editor access on this document, right?
You should, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Give
After
it a
joining
shot
the
if
case
you can
at
open it.
Dev and ContribEx mailing groups. Mailing
I don't
lists.
think you even need to. I think we have this one open to everybody because the point is getting people involved.
Oh, okay. Lowering the requirements.
Any link can edit.
Cool.
Yeah, okay, got it.
And it looks like a ton of columns, but really the only ones you need to worry about are A, with the post, F, whether you checked to make sure that it fits in the platform that you're going for, and then G for who wrote it. Everything else is already set up and you don't need to worry about those at all.
Yeah, you only need to change those 3.
Mhm.
The columns beyond G are for your reviewers to make notes about it. And yeah, everything else is just filled in because Susan is amazing.
Does the colors mean something like, or that's regarding the date
Day.
of each?
Yep.
Okay.
Just kind of breaks it up visually.
Yeah, so all of these posts are supposed to go out on March 22nd. All of these ones are supposed to go out on March 23rd. All of the orange ones are for the following day.
Cool.
And a frequent question about this is, no, you don't have to worry about putting it on the social media platforms. We'll do that for you. We just need somebody to write them. However, that being said, for the messages of the week that we just talked about, actually, we have a sheet for that too, so that you don't have to worry about buffer if you don't want to. So this is another sheet where if you want to write a post about any of the things that we talked about today, we could really use help with that too. And so this is the same format as the sheet that you just saw. There's a description. We don't have all of the stuff that we just talked about today, obviously, because we just talked about it. But ideally, you would just make a new row and set it up about the thing that we talked about in the notes. So there's one about proud contributors wanted here. I'm going to grab another one. Maintainer Summit is another one that we need stuff about. Maintainer Summit registration and schedule. So that's another one that we need. So the description bit is over here in the notes doc. So there may not be a row for it yet, but works the same way. Please do write a post about it. We'll review it. We'll make sure that it gets onto the social media platforms. We just really need help getting them all written. If you would like to help us with the process of getting those posts onto social media channels, I'm also very happy to help you learn how to do that. But first and foremost, what we need help with that is super easy for new folks to come in and do is just this. Write out the post about the things that we talked about. That was actually pretty quick. I forgot that we made that sheet for the messages of the week. That makes things so much easier, actually. I don't have to go and explain buffer and be like, please join us and actually write the posts on buffer, because that's a step too far. It's very hard for new people. So I think that's a pretty good covering of everything. We have 4 minutes left. Are there any last minute items that folks want to talk about, or do we want to use these last 4 minutes to get all of the messages of the week in that sheet? We should probably do that.
Yes.
And the review will be done the following week meeting, right? If we add something, or do we
We'll
need to
need,
let someone know that this we have added this?
yes,
Uh,
please.
uh,
That would be ideal. If you
uh,
add something to the messages of the week sheet, please go to the ContribEx comms group, SIG ContribEx comms channel in Slack, and say, or you could do SIG ContribEx. That works fine too. We're friendly. It's fine if you post in the wrong channel. And the SIG ContribEx channel is not a wrong channel. It's also a right channel. But post in SIG ContribEx or SIG ContribEx comms to say, hey, I added something to the messages of the week sheet. And ideally, someone from our group should go in and review that for you.
Sure. Okay.
And ideally, we want to get all the stuff that we talked about today published before our next meeting. So sooner the better.
I do actually have something I would like to brought up.
Sure. We have 2 minutes, but we can do that real quick.
It's gonna be short. It's got that in this page, I noticed that the content of this page is static and is not lined up with the details from the GitHub README written for the new contributor orientation.
Which page?
So check the Zoom chat.
Okay.
So I open an issue for pulling the content to be rendered in the website from this README. And I think it's gonna be helpful for the new contributors that are looking for information within the website.
That's awesome. You are such a good website lead. Really appreciate you tracking down opportunities like this. And the events page, that was a really good call. You're doing a really great job with this. Awesome.
you.
So how can I help?
I think just reviewers for this PR, and I'm gonna add that to the new items. I'm gonna think. Well, you could track the issue by this one, 631. I'm gonna add it to the notes.
Perfect. Thank you. That's kind of a new item, really.
Yeah, a new item.
Yeah. Awesome. Yeah. This is also something that makes the website, the kates.dev site, a little bit tricky to manage, is that it does have a lot of pages that pull from GitHub like this. And those connections can make it difficult to update things sometimes.
But it's better as the case community project is like the source of truth. Let's try to have at least the less amount of static websites under our side, under our project, because that's more to manage for us, right?
Exactly. You've got it. You know what's going on with the site now.
But yeah, definitely for all the new people that join the website is the best place to get started contributing.
Yeah. There's a lot of best places. but it
At
is
least
one
in
of
my
them.
experience.
Good. I'm glad. Awesome. All right, we're a minute over. I do have another meeting to get to. But thank you all so much for joining today. Like I said, we really need help writing those posts, both for KubeCon and the ones that we talked about today that need to be published this week. So if you're up for helping us, please hop into those sheets and do it. If you feel a little nervous about that, ping us on the Slack channel and be like, what was it that I was supposed to do? Can someone explain it again? We are more than happy to do that. Someone will probably hop in and help you understand it. So please reach out to us on Slack, and we'll see you all next week. Thanks for
Happy
joining,
Friday.
everyone.
Thanks everyone. Bye. Bye, Chris. Bye, Cassidy. Bye, Susan.
Bye.
Thanks everyone. Bye. Bye.